Veronica, it says you're live, however, I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, no, you can do better than that. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right. First of all, congratulations. I am so excited for all of you. This is a great accomplishment that all of you have achieved. It's not an easy one. Oh, no, you can do better than that. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We need to mute that.
First of all, congratulations. I am so excited for all of you. This is a great accomplishment. Welcome to the HireLAX Apprenticeship Readiness Program's graduation ceremony. This is our 10th graduation. It's our third virtual graduation experience, but most importantly, it is our first HireLAX youth graduation.
Yes.
And this was made possible by a generous contribution from the Smith Foundation Harbor Freight Tools for Schools Skills Trades Summers program. We believe that we put together a program that really addresses the needs of young people, but most importantly, presents them an opportunity to begin a career, a quality career in construction through union apprenticeship. For those friends and family who are watching from home, thank you for joining us this morning. To celebrate the accomplishments of your graduate, I know that you are proud, but know that we are also equally proud for their accomplishment in graduating from the HireLAX Apprenticeship Readiness Training Program. Please note that today's graduation ceremony is being recorded, which means that you'll be able to watch this over and over again and share it with grandma, grandpa, aunts, and uncles. So just make sure that you know where the link is and that you're able to share it, because I'm sure that everyone wants to be able to celebrate in your accomplishments. This has been one of the most challenging times for all of us. COVID-19 has really affected our community, specifically our communities of color. Our youth, ages 16 to 24, have been hit the hardest with unemployment, and those who are not just young, but are African American, have been even harder by the economic impacts of COVID-19. This is why this celebration is so important, because we put together a program that allows you to achieve your goals, but most importantly, also gives you the services and resources necessary to move forward in a way, eliminating all barriers to your success. And so this morning, we have a lot of people who stand behind you, who are very proud of your accomplishment, and who have had a tremendous role in this program. The first person I want to introduce is Dr. Sahir Awan, President of Los Angeles Southwest College. Let me tell you, this woman is tireless in her ability and in her desire and her commitment to serve the people in this community. She makes her campus open for not just this program, but also services. For those of you at home, you may have used Southwest College as a location for a COVID test or even for a vaccine. This is a campus that is a center of community, and I want to thank Dr. Sahir Awan for doing that and also for being a champion for HireLAX. Dr. Awan? Thank you so much. Well, let me see here. First, I gotta look at you guys. Look at you guys. I'm so excited. Here we are. I'm so pumped. Okay. Now, I haven't seen anybody in person in so long that I'm like, I have had too many virtual graduations, so I'm very excited and just so thrilled to see you on our stage and in person. But thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So good morning, graduates, and congratulations. And welcome to all of our wonderful families and our community leaders. As president of Los Angeles Southwest College, I don't think I can put into words how proud I am of each and every one of you. Your achievement throughout this program is an example of your resilience, your focus, and your determination. And I'm so proud that you're a part of our Southwest family today and always. Education is something special because it's an investment in you. Once you have it, no one can take it from you. And with education, you lift yourself up and your family up into a better future. And here we are, 8 weeks from when you started your journey at Southwest, and I have the privilege of addressing you to say congratulations on this amazing milestone in your lives. I also want to take a moment to thank our college leadership, Dean Laura Perez, and our wonderful professor, Sergio Hernandez. Yeah. Go, Sergio, yes. He deserves applause. Without their efforts and support LASC, we just wouldn't be able to do this without them and their leadership. So thank you both for your hard work in supporting our students and their success. So remember that nothing and no one can stop you if you have a goal and you work towards that goal with relentless energy. This is just the beginning of many more opportunities to come, and Los Angeles Southwest College is here for you. If you continue to invest in yourself and your education, you will continue to grow, and we will be here to support you every step of the way. I also want to take a quick minute to thank all of our partners who make this program possible: Los Angeles World Airports, LAX, the Parsons Corporation, Ron Miller and the Los Angeles Orange County Building and Construction Trades, and all of the union apprenticeship programs, the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, the Flint Ridge Center, and Second Call. And thank you all for your support of our wonderful LASC students and this program. So graduates, your resilience is especially notable during this ongoing pandemic. Your investment in your education and persistence to complete the program and overcome the additional emotional and physical obstacles of COVID-19 demonstrate how truly committed you are to your future. This continues to be a difficult time, and your graduation today gives us an occasion to celebrate successes in spite of this ongoing pandemic. And as you can tell, we are very happy to be here in person again, very excited. So congratulations to our class of 2021. I'm so proud of you, and I wish you all the best as you start a new chapter in your lives and in your careers. And please spread the word that LASC is the place to be, and that our HireLAX program is continuing to change lives and make a difference within our community. So thank you for this opportunity, and I wish you every success as you continue to pursue your personal and professional goals. So go Cougars. Thank you, Dr. Awan. I know she already mentioned, Dean Perez, but I just want to go ahead and reinforce the fact that she's not here doesn't mean she's not here in spirit, and was not some of the wind behind our back and making sure that we can deliver this program and addressing all the little glitches that occur on a college campus. She makes things possible. She is a solution-driven person, and I just want to go ahead and publicly thank her for everything that she does for all of us. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Brenda Shockley, who is Deputy Mayor for the City of Los Angeles. She is the Deputy Mayor for Economic Opportunity, but she also leads the city's Equity Office. She is the Chief Equity Officer appointed by Mayor Eric Garcetti. Now, we all know that Mayor Garcetti he's on television all the time. And what does he talk about? He talks about keeping everyone safe and well. He talks about making sure that everyone has opportunities to be able to reach their goals and their dreams, to be able to do what it is that they want to do, to be able to support their families. Well, Brenda Shockley, Deputy Mayor Brenda Shockley, is the person that leads that agenda. So it gives me great pleasure to go ahead and introduce you, Dr. Deputy Mayor Brenda Shockley. Deputy Mayor, I hope you're with us already. I see you.
I am. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you so much. And congratulations to each of the graduates. It is a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment certainly during these times. It is an honor for me to represent Mayor Eric Garcetti at this, the first on-site HireLAX training class since COVID-19 shut the campus down, and to congratulate the first HireLAX Youth Program training graduating class. This apprenticeship readiness program is so critical to moving ahead. And this group of graduates are joining those who have seen their future so much brighter now that they have completed the program with HireLAX. In order for this program to have done all that it's done under the project labor agreement at the City of Los Angeles, it has taken tireless efforts, coordination, and support. And while President Awan and others have acknowledged our partners, I wanted, on behalf of Mayor Garcetti, to point out, to acknowledge Justin Urbachi, who is the CEO and General Manager of the Los Angeles World Airports, for his leadership and continued support of the LAX program. To Chris Hannon of the LAOC Orange County Building Trades for their continued support and connecting our graduates to good paying union jobs in the trades. The generous support of Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. The entire HireLAX workforce team who have led this innovative pre-apprenticeship program since inception. Our partners at the LA County WEDAX. And last but certainly not least, the amazing instructor, Mr. Hernandez, who worked day in and day out to prepare the graduates for their careers in the building trades. And then, of course, congratulations and thank you to the graduates for sticking it out, for even in these times, recognizing that this is an opportunity they should not miss. And to their friends and families who encouraged them and who were there, and I am sure are here today, seeing them move on this path, the path to self-sufficiency and prosperity. On behalf of Mayor Garcetti, I am here to tell you how proud he and the entire city of Los Angeles are of each and every one of you. Amidst a global pandemic, you made a life-changing career decision. You stepped up and you showed up for training. Now you are examples to everyone in our community that there are opportunities for young Angelenos, no matter what experiences they've had in the past, opportunities for employment at a livable wage in the city that they are a part of. And a final note, added in congratulations and really an acknowledgement of a sense of responsibility that comes with the fact that 20 out of 21 of the graduates are already fully vaccinated. This is an example to your family, to your friends, to our communities that have suffered so much from COVID, of how you look out for yourself and how you look out for your fellow man. So again, it's a wonderful day. It is a day to celebrate, and it is an honor to represent Mayor Garcetti in congratulating you on your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, for your continuous fight for equity and creating opportunities for Angelenos. Now, I would like to introduce Justin Urbachi, CEO of the Los Angeles World Airports. Talk about, being called to action on day one. He has had to confront not just COVID and operating, one of the nation's largest airports, but also ensuring that construction continued on a $15 billion capital improvement program, and doing it in a way that is safe for all workers working on those projects. Not only did he do that, but he made sure that those who travel to and from LAX also had the opportunity to get tested for COVID and also to be able to get the vaccine that would make them safe for travel as well as safe for arrivals wherever it is that they were being flown to. I want to go ahead and introduce him, and I just want to go ahead and let the students know that he is the person that says, we support HireLAX. We support having local workers on our building program. Without his support, without him signing those agreements, without him awarding contracts that dictate, in some cases, that 30% of our manpower must be local, or in our project labor agreement, which is just extended, that applies to all projects, there's a 30% local worker hiring goal. So without this gentleman, we would not be where we're at today. So I want the students to go ahead and give him a round of applause when he comes up here, because again, he is one of your greatest champions at LAWA, Mr. Urbachi.
I can't take credit for all of that. There's a lot of people behind that. So you're very generous, but there's a lot of people behind that. It's not just me. But I want to really thank you all for giving me the honor of being part of your graduation today. People always ask me, what is the most fun part or interesting part of your job? And I always, without hesitation, say, I get the most pleasure and have the most fun in coming to these graduation sessions, because this is such a great program, and it's such an important program for our airport, for our city, and for our citizens. So really, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here, and thank you for the honor of allowing me to be here to celebrate with you today. I want to start, of course, by thanking Mayor Garcetti and his office, including Brenda Shockley, Lisa Salazar, for their continued support of this program, which really is providing the skills and the career paths that are changing lives, really, and helping to transform LAX and Los Angeles as a whole. Thank you also to Dr. Awan and all of our partners here at Los Angeles Southwest College, and all the instructors and the team who do such a phenomenal job in preparing you for a new career and a new lifestyle. So thank you so much. It's great to be in partnership with you. And also, it amazes me how Dr. Awan and the whole team continue to be able to provide this program safely and thoroughly, even throughout this unprecedented pandemic and the challenges that brings. So really congratulations to all of you for allowing us to continue with this program. And of course, I want to thank Chris Hannon, who just recently took over as the Executive Secretary for the Los Angeles and Orange County's Building and Construction Trade Council. Even before that, Chris has long been a great champion of HireLAX and a critical partner for us as we continue to do our modernization as LAX and work with all of the trade unions. So thank you, Chris, for that. And then Chris also will be very important for all of you as you progress in your careers and the trade council that he represents. And finally, I want to thank our partners at Parsons, who do such a great job for bringing all the groups together to provide this program. So I think all of you already have recognized how this HireLAX Apprenticeship Readiness Program really can be a life-changing experience for us. And I'm sure that it will be for all of you if it hasn't already. As graduates of this 10th cohort, you truly have accomplished something incredible, and you follow in the footsteps of so many others who have launched successful careers and new lives through this program. But you also are very unique because you are the first youth cohort to complete this rigorous training and set yourself on really a life-changing career path. And so thank you and congratulations for that. And thank you for taking the lead to say yes to this program. I know it's risky on your part, especially in these times. And many people are weighing all kinds of options and sitting at home and maybe not necessarily taking action. You guys took that step and you recognized this, take advantage of the opportunity and said yes. And then you said yes to showing up, doing the work. and learning the skills necessary to do these trades. And we did it all in a very, very challenging time where we're facing this terrible pandemic. So I along with the entire family at Los Angeles World Airports, we want to celebrate your success and your important achievement with you and with your families and your friends and your instructors. I know that there are a lot of people behind you who supported you, and so I want to congratulate them as well, and hope you do the same. They were very important in your life today. I want to just kind of close by saying that, you know, this might be the last day of the program, but it's the beginning of an incredible journey for all of you. And I will hopefully, you know, we've all heard about our $15 billion capital improvement program at LAX, where if you haven't been around LAX lately, you literally can see things springing out of the ground there with all the construction that we're doing. And that construction is going to continue for many, many years. We're actually going to the board in a couple of weeks to get approval for a new project that will bring approximately another $6 billion of construction to LAX. So we're going to have a lot of work at LAX for a long time. And I really, really hope that I get to see so many of you working on the jobs that we're going to have at LAX. We'd love to have you there, and we need you there to help us to do all the work that we need to accomplish to really make our airport a world-class airport that this city deserves. And, you know, whatever you work on, whether it be at LAX or somewhere else in the city, what's always great is that when it's finished, you finish the jobs, that you will be able to go buy those, by the airport, by the people mover, by the CONRAC, by the new terminals that you're helping build, by the buildings, the roadways, whatever it is you're building, the houses, you'll be able to go by there and you'll be able to say, hey, I built that. And you can have your report that to your family and others and say, hey, I built that, and take great pride in that. So congratulations again, and thank you for being part of this program, and I wish you all the best in your careers and your lives. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Urbachi. Our next speaker is Chris Hannon, Executive Secretary of the Los Angeles Orange County Building and Construction Trades Council. I cannot underscore enough the valuable relationship and partnership that we've had with the building trades. Not only does it open the doors to all of you to apprenticeship, but also makes sure that we have the skilled manpower. I need to change that. I'm going to stop using manpower. Skilled workforce to be able, the craft workers necessary to be able to work 24 hours a day in the transformation of LAX. Without their support, we would not be able to accomplish that major goal and mission for LOA. We're also grateful because we know that because of our partnership with them, we know that many of you, all of you, will make a long-term career in construction. Let me just kind of share with you, those that have come before you, how much they've earned in wages. First of all, they've worked over 205,000 hours. That's an extraordinary amount of hours, which translates into a tremendous amount of money. So $8.1 million. That's how much our HireLAX graduates from the past have already earned. As you begin your career, you're going to be adding to that bottom line, not just in the form of hours, but also those dollars that you take home to your families. Now, when you break down all those hours and dollars, what does that really mean? It means that people on average are taking home $39.57 as the average hourly wage. That is not minimum wage. That is family supporting wages. Those are wages that can transform your family, transition them into the middle class, so that they and those generations that come after have a better life. So without our partnership with the building trades, access to apprenticeship, advocacy for good wages, safe work environments, we would not be able to do this. So with that, I would like to go ahead and invite Chris Hannon to come up and also welcome him because this is his first graduation as Executive Secretary of the Building Trades. Chris, welcome.
everybody. So, just like Justin, one of the best parts of my day is coming to a graduation like this. This graduation is for you, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the exciting things that make this graduation different than other graduations I go to. But without the partners involved, like LAWA, like Los Angeles Southwest Airport, like the City of Los Angeles, like the Parsons Company, like the Flint Ridge Center, like the workforce systems of both the city and the county, and the nice sponsorship from Harbor Freight Tools, this wouldn't be possible. Without the airport and the city's belief in skilled workers, skilled local workers, we wouldn't have a project labor agreement that wouldn't drive the demand for apprenticeship here in Los Angeles that's greater than any other place in the country. And I don't just mean by a little bit, it's by a tremendous amount. In LA and Orange County, which is the area of our Building Trades Council, there's more union construction apprentices than any other state in the country. And that wouldn't happen without people like LAWA that believed in skilled, trained local workers. Because workers, there's workers all around the world, but LAWA and the City of Los Angeles believes in Angelenos. They believe in the local community here. So without those people that believe in us, we wouldn't have these opportunities. I can tell you what makes this graduation really special is normally when I come to a graduation like this, and we've done a number of cohorts at Southwest College here with HireLAX, and every one of them has been extremely successful. It's one of the most successful apprenticeship readiness programs, period. Not only here in Los Angeles, but anywhere in the country. But what makes your class different is your age and your responsibility and your maturity to recognize the need for going this direction so early in your life. I normally, and some of my friends are up in the audience here, and I think they would probably share a similar belief of me. Is normally I tell people I wouldn't change a thing about my career, and I applied as an apprenticeship when I was 20 years old, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. Normally that's what I tell everybody. But the real truth is I would probably change one thing. I would have started when I was 18 instead of 20. 20 was good, but if I had the chance to start when I was 18 and to realize it, it would be even better. And the difference between talking to a class that on average is about 30 years old, some of the classes we talk to, the age is closer to 40 years old. Everything in our trades, the training, the opportunities, yes, the money's good too, the benefits, it's really important for a 30-year-old. It's really important for a 40-year-old. It's important for a 50-year-old. But if you could start out and do it when you're 18, when you're 19, when you're 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you just have that much of a head start on everybody else. You have that head start on everybody, and then it starts multiplying. So it's not like you just simply add 2 plus 2 or 10 plus 10 or 15 plus 15. It doesn't do that. It multiplies. So now that you have a head start on everything in your life is going to be accelerated. And no matter what trade you choose, they're all good. There's a ton of opportunities. I get asked which trade has the most openings, the most demand. In a place like Los Angeles, all the trades are in heavy demand right now and for the foreseeable future. We just renewed our agreement for 10 years, both with the airport and with the college. So the demand is there for all the trades. Pick which one that's going to make you happy. If you're going to be happy, you're going to be able to do a better job, and it's going to open up even more opportunities for you. So regardless of what your hopes are for your future, you have a head start on everybody else in life. You're also a college student too. This is what it's like to go to college.
And I encourage you to come back to Southwest College and tell your friends about Southwest College. Training, you're going to get into apprenticeship. After you finish your apprenticeship, you're going to work as a journey level member. Still continue to take your training. I took a journey level training class last week, and it was something that wasn't around when I worked in the field. It's been 15 years now since I last worked with the tools, because I work for you at the union now. And there's new and there's changing technologies all the time. And my instructor was actually worked for one of the contractors that was working out at LAX, and was showing me this technology that I had never used before. And so there's exciting things happening all the time. You know, and I think my friends would say the same thing, that this is a fantastic career. It's hard work, and I'm sure Sergio's told you about all the hard work, and I'm sure that some of the representatives that came down have told you about some of the pressures that are going to be there. But it exceeded my expectations on every level. Only thing I would change is to start earlier. So I know a lot of you in the class are 18, right? I know there's someone in the class that might be 17. There's some in the class that might be 19 or 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You have a head start on everybody. And your future is just going to be that much brighter. Money isn't everything, but starting your career 10 years earlier could mean the difference of $1 million over your career. And I don't mean just the wages that you earn over your career, but your nest egg at the end when you want to do something else, when you want to come back to college because you want to major in something not to get you employment, but something that you enjoy. So whatever you decide to do in life, this is a head start. Please come back and tell Sergio how you're doing. Tell Pete how you're doing. Tell the HireLAX and the Parsons team how you're doing. Let your friends know about the trades, because regardless whether you're going to a Laker game, or you're going to a concert, or you go down to LAX and you fly across the world to go visit places like Japan or any place you dream of, you know, that can be possible for them as well. And I'm just so amazed by your maturity and your responsibility to take this on so early in life. And, you know, everything I tell the 40-year-old or the 45-year-old or the 50-year-old or the 30-year-old, you know, it's probably multiplied by 2 or 3 times better for all of you. So on behalf of 140,000 of the best trained men and women in construction anywhere in the world, I congratulate you I work for the Building Trades Council. I'm lucky to be on the stage with the CEO of one of the busiest airports in the world, with a college president. And remember, that doesn't happen as a construction worker. It happens as a union construction worker. So, you know, I can pass out my business card, and I do that from time to time, but the card that I'm most proud of is my union card. And when you get your union card, make sure you carry it with you every day. Make sure you're proud to tell people that you're a union member, and come back and tell us how you're doing too. And remember, I'm talking to you very nice today. That's because you're going to be the future of our union. And I make him come back and work for you someday. So I hope I made a good impression on all of you. So hopefully maybe you may give me a shot. And I say that not completely joking either, because when I was an apprentice, some of the people that I was working for that were the foremen and the leaders within my organization, they came back and worked for me. So it's not a stretch that one of you might be leading the building trades, or one of you might be the leader of the capital program out at LAWA. One of you might decide to come back and be a professor like Sergio, and maybe be a president of a college. So your future, whatever you choose to do, you know, have confidence. I started when I was 20 years old. I've worked out at LAX before. You guys are going to do great. Gals, the schooling, we're gonna do everything we can to help you get through the schooling. The schooling is nothing to be intimidated about. If you've got through Sergio's class, Sergio taught apprenticeship school, you're already right there. You're going to do great. Congratulations on behalf of all 48 affiliates and 140,000 members of ours. Good luck.
Thank you, Chris, for inspiring our new members of our construction family. Now, every graduation, the class, gets together, they huddle, and the instructor, and they huddle, and they kind of decide who is going to represent them at the graduation to provide that student testimonial as to what it was like to be in the program, but also what it means after the program. And so this time around, they chose a young lady named Sydney Holland. And so Sydney, let me tell you about Sydney. She says that her friends and family gave her the support she needed to make it through, right? To be able to graduate, to complete the program. But there was somewhat of a downside to that, because she had to pay them back. You know how? Because they realized she had new skills. So they made her do all the little home projects, okay? That's gonna happen to all of you as you get into the trade. Those family members that really ignored you before at the barbecues, now they're gonna be calling you to come and do some work for them. I watched Sydney when I would go off onto the training site, and I watched her. She probably didn't know. Sometimes, maybe she did know, because I was taking pictures of her. But I was out there watching her, and I could always see that she was paying attention. And when you're paying attention, you're being safe, right? The other thing is that when she was carrying stuff, heavy loads, she demonstrated the grit that's necessary to be able to say, I can overcome any type of physical burden to be a part of my craft. But one of the other things that I saw is the resiliency that she was already demonstrating of being a woman in a non-traditional field, okay? So she demonstrated that already in the class, which means that she is going to go ahead and continue that when she is in the apprenticeship and is out there on the field working on hopefully one of our projects. I'm sure they want to steal her at other agencies, but we're going to try to keep her here at LAX. So one of the other things that makes her resiliency and her mental outlook is the fact that she acknowledges that she's a woman, right? She says, I'm a girl, but just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I cannot do it. Because a girl means that I can't do anything that I set my mind to. And so when she said those words, I said, you know what, Sydney? We believe you can. So with that, Sydney, come on up.
Thank you. All my life, I felt different from everyone else. Not a lot of women have the same dreams, goals, or hobbies as me. But I never felt different here. It was good to finally find people who wanted the same things as me. We all want to succeed, but most important, we want it for each other. For the past 8 weeks, I truly believe I made a second family in this program. I was never sad waking up early in the morning because I knew I would spend it with the most amazing, hardworking, and determined people that I'm proud to call my friends. Everyone wants to succeed, but a lot don't know how to get it. That's not us though. We know what it takes, and we're proving that every day. As an African-American woman in this industry, I want others like me to see that anything is possible when you have the right support system behind you. I was lucky to have the best. To close, I just want to say that I'm proud of what we accomplished in the short time we had together, and I'm glad that I met every single one of you along the way. This isn't the end for us, and I can't wait to see you guys again on the field. Thank you.
Can we just have one more woohoo for Sydney? So I know that many of our speakers have alluded to, and a lot of them actually represent the partners that make this program possible. So I just want to go ahead and just, again, recognize our partners, obviously the leadership, that Mayor Garcetti has put forth for us at LAWA, making sure that we're providing every opportunity necessary, our partnership with the building trades, the city and county resources to address the barriers, the supportive services, the fact that you've got boots, those beautiful boots. What about your boots? You guys are wearing your boots? You guys are wearing your boots. Thanks to those systems that are able to go ahead and pay for the best quality materials and also resources that you need in order to succeed in the program. I want to recognize Chang Kim from the city of Los Angeles and also Aravinda from the county of Los Angeles, Flint Ridge Center, Andy, and Burdell. I want them to stand up, even though the people in the audience at home cannot see them. But I just want to go ahead and recognize Andy and Burdell. Because they have made sure that you have what you need to be able to focus on the training, to be able to be successful, to address those barriers, those challenges, or sometimes, I think Burdell is like team mother. She's been team mother. And so she gives you love, and sometimes, her voice kind of, raises to a pitch that, means, hey, I'm watching you and you better listen. But, without them and their support day by day, I don't think we would be, or you would be where you're at today. So I just want to go ahead and do a call out to them. Second call, those sessions that really help us identify those areas of challenge, those areas of emotional, and in some cases, psychological trauma that we've gone through. Because again, life is not easy. Some of them, some of us come from communities where we really do suffer from PTSD. And having Second Call be there to be able to help us define what those issues are and giving us the tools necessary to be able to move forward and focus on how we're going to achieve our goals. So I want to go ahead and thank, Skip Cooper for always being there for all of you. The Apprenticeship Readiness Fund, both Ben Garcia and Isaac Lopez, who you may not see them very often. I know they come by, but don't underestimate what a level of support they play in this entire effort. The fact that they are basically advocating for you in their roles and making sure that you'll have an opportunity to get into an apprenticeship, working with our union partners, but most importantly, also collaborating with those union contractors that have made a commitment to skilled labor. Our HireLAX team, you know who they are. I want to go ahead and Christina, we know Christina, she's there. Marcus is not here today, but he has been there to support you. Dan Sloan, Rich Contreras, Franz Molina, Zavana Ford, Don Maurer, Barbara Johnson, everyone, the whole team. You don't see them, but believe me, a lot of them are the backbone of this operation, making these things happen on all of your behalf. I also want to recognize the people who are watching this virtually. Right now we have, local 433, the iron workers in the audience here today. But I also know, give the iron workers a shout out. But I know our other union partners are watching from their offices or from home. And I want to thank them for doing that, because again, it takes everyone working together to be able to make this program a success. Now, obviously, we thank our partners and we thank everyone, all the institutions that make this possible. But the person that is the leader in the classroom is Sergio Hernandez. And so Sergio, he's a construction professional. He's been an apprentice. He's been a journeyman. He's been an instructor. He's done all those things. But you know what his most important role has been now? To be your motivator. But it's not motivation with just love. He tells you the way it is, because he wants you to be ready. He wants you to be ready to exercise your skills so that you can achieve your goals as an apprentice, and then as a journeyman, and then anything else. Like Chris said, the sky's the limit as to what you can do. And it's the reason that you're so young that you are able to do that. So with that, Sergio, come on up.
Good morning.
Well, let's check. You guys ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes!
Are you ready?
Yes!
Are you ready? Yes! Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've had a lot of fun in these last 8 weeks, and before I go on and describe the effort that I've seen you all make individual, I just have to say right now that this would not be possible at all without a true friend by my side of 20 years, a professional that I look up to every single day, someone that supports me and calls it the way it is, and someone who has been a friend to all of you in the classroom, my partner, Jesus Hernandez. Thank you, brother. Okay, so 8 weeks ago, when we first met, and that first Friday, we did construction PT. And we asked you all to start moving CMU and planks and sand and everything else. I actually felt a little bad because you were struggling and you were sweating and you were trying and you were some of you came to me and said that break, my hands hurt, you know, I'm not sure I can do this. And I think some of you honestly asked yourself, I don't think I can do this. But you know what? That's what this program is about putting you in that place where you have to ask yourself that question. And we've talked about this in the class, but I want everyone at home, everyone here in the theater to understand that doubt was fine. Because everybody, we all doubt ourselves. It's disbelief. That's what kills us. And it's those times that we were pushing you to get to that point so that we can see what you're made of. When effort is the only thing you have left, that's when it really matters. And every single one of you have put in the effort every single day. Some of you more on some days and some of you more on others. But if it wasn't homework that challenged you, if it wasn't the assignments, if it wasn't the hard work, if it wasn't the teamwork, it was something. It was getting up in the morning. For some of you, finishing your job, wherever you're working, getting home at midnight and getting to bed so you can get here in the morning, that was the challenge. For some of you, it was changing the home life, and telling some friends that you just can't hang out with them anymore, And I got to tell you, I have seen many, many students come through these programs and honestly make excuses for why they can't do it. But every single one of you, I got to tell you, I am the most proud of you because you found a way. You pushed excuses to the side. Your attitudes were tested, and you each checked yourself, and you came back and you said, yes, I can. None of you ever disbelieved that you could be great. You just had to prove it to yourself. And it's an honor of mine, and it's a true pleasure in these 8 weeks to see you develop into responsible people that are going to go off and change the trades and be the leaders in education, and be the leaders in your home and your community. And I can't wait to see what you're able to do. Thank you so much for your time and your effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio. So now this is the most important part of this graduation, is when you actually get all the certificates that you've earned for being a part of this program. And so I just want to go ahead, before we start the presentation of certificates, I'm going to ask Christina to come up and coordinate that. But I want to go ahead and highlight the contributions of our HireLAX Youth Engagement Alliance, which is a group of industry, both our contractors who perform work at LAX, the building trades, community-based organizations, LAUSD, LA City, LA County. All of us have come together. We started this process, I would say about 2 years ago, before the pandemic. And our mission was to identify ways in which we can engage and expose young people to a career in construction through union apprenticeship. And we would have meetings and we would have meetings and finally, we came across Harbor Freight Tools for Schools, which is it's a program part of the Smith Foundation. And they also had the same mission. They wanted to go ahead and put the skilled trades back into our youth community. And they gave us a grant to start this program. And so we are very grateful for that grant, not just because it allowed us to do what we thought we needed to do, because again, we have a lot of work. Mr. Urbachi just mentioned we have another $6 billion of work that's going to be happening at LAX. Take that into account, all the other work that's taking place within Southern California. That's a lot of work that's going to keep you busy for the rest of your lives. And so having these funds to be able to provide this program and also do it in a way that would address your particular needs. This program had a stipend. This is the first time that we ever had a stipend for HireLAX. And the reason we did it for youth was because, again, I think if you recall what I mentioned before, that over 60% of those ages 16 to 24 were unemployed because of the pandemic. And we wanted to make sure that you had money, that you would focus on training, you would have this income from the stipend to be able to sustain yourself, contribute to your households, help your families. And so without this grant, we would not be able to do that. The other perks that you got, how many of you love those sandwiches, right? The hot dogs, right? Because we realized that some of you were not eating enough protein. And so we wanted to make sure that you had access to food at the training site so that you would be able to be healthy. Because again, in order for you to be able to endure the training that, Sergio puts forth, he just makes you run around the track and so on and do all that heavy lifting, that requires you to be healthy. And so we wanted to make sure that we were able to do that. And so because of this grant, we were able to do that as well. There's a lot of things that normally are not part of the HireLAX program because we do not have the resources to do it. But in this particular case, we did. All of you got a tool belt, right? With all your tools that you're going to be able to take home. Why? Because of Harbor Freight Tools for Schools. Yeah. Some people didn't think it would be possible to fill up a youth class. Honestly, I thought it was. And so there's 7 of you that just graduated high school in June. Isn't that amazing? Yes. 7 of you just graduated from high school in June. In fact, some of you, when you came to your interview, you had graduated the day before. Some of you brought your diploma with you to show and prove that you were a recent graduate and that you were eligible for this program. Others graduated, before you, but just the fact that 7 of you had just recently graduated, that says a lot. And some of you are from our closest schools. 2 of you, I believe, are from Hannon, South LA High School, the charter high school, just down the block from this campus. Some of you are from Westchester High School, which is the school probably closest to the airport. Some of you graduated from the East Side schools. Some of you from Long Beach. So you come from everywhere, which again represents the best of Los Angeles. And so I know that all of you combined are $113,000 richer. And you're going to put that money back into our local economy and do good with that money. So with that, I just want to say I'm so proud that you were able to defy what people thought you could do. Okay? Because you can do anything. You've already proved that you can actually graduate from this program. And it is the hardest program to graduate from. I think some of you saw some of your classmates disappear over time. Okay? This is tough, and you are the best. And so with that, I now want to go ahead and begin the presentation of certificates to basically recognize your accomplishments and all the good that you have done through this program. And we will be calling your names in alphabetical order. When you get your certificate, I want you to hold it upright. And then I'm going to ask Mr. Urbachi, Dr. Awan, and Chris and Sergio to please stand to my right. And as you get your certificate, please come forward. And you're going to stop with your certificate in front of you. And we're going to take this great photo of you so that you can actually send it out and post it on Instagram and let everyone know about your accomplishments. So first person, Alex Alvarenga. Alex, stand in the center. Derek Panuelos. Fernando Carrillo. So Fernando actually received a job offer for PCL to begin a career as a carpenter. Raúl Diaz. Sydney Holland. Adrian Jimenez. Natalie Juarez. Emmanuel Mayo. Dennis Mejia. Dennis has received an offer from Pencil Phelps as a cement mason. Alessandro Morales. Our next graduate, Byron Mundia, is not with us today. He is home ill, but I know he's watching, so can we just go ahead and do a big roar of Breland Nelson. Christina, can you fix the wires there, the cords? That is a safety hazard.
Only I would trip over it, but I don't want to go out to do anything with it. One more time, please. I think we're looking at the.
Oh, yeah, we're looking at the safety hazard. Breland?
All right.
Brandon Oxon?
Thank you.
My attention was diverted when I was focused on the safety hazard, and I want to go ahead and recognize Breland because he also received a job offer from Guaradini as a carpenter. Isaac Bettis. Elijah Perez Johnson. So Elijah also received a job offer from Pencil Phelps as a carpenter. Julia Ponciano. Kevin Salgado. Anthony Scott. Russell Smith. Xavier Tofilo. Jason Villanueva. So let's have a round of applause for all the graduates, including Byron, who's watching at home. So for those who are watching at home, there is a graduate session room that you can go into as a family member in case you want to go ahead and interact with your graduate. Just know that your graduate will be focused on going to the luncheon celebration, so they may be missing from your session as they're celebrating their accomplishment.
Just give them
But I
10
want to
minutes.
make sure that all of you know that it's there. And again, want to reinforce and remind everyone that this is being recorded and that you'll be able to get a link and share this with family members who are not able to be with us today or be able to view it today at this time. I also want to go ahead and tell the students that some of you have already received job offers. All of you have interviewed. The job offers are coming in. We are working very diligently with our partners, our union partners, our contractors, to identify other opportunities for the rest of the graduates. When we call, you better answer the phone. When they call, you better answer the phone and be ready. We have prepared you. You have prepared yourself for what lies ahead, and we want you to be successful. So with that, I want to go ahead and conclude our graduation ceremony of the HireLAX 10th cohort, first youth cohort. Oh, we have a special presentation after this. So I'm going to conclude this for people at home, but they probably can also watch it. But there is a special slideshow that shows what you've been doing for the last 8 weeks. Some of you, we got your really good side, others of you, we did not. But it demonstrates what you did for 8 weeks, the level of teamwork, the type of projects, and you can see the smiles on your faces as you're working together as a team. So let's go ahead and watch that slide presentation. And then after that concludes, we're going to go ahead and join the leadership of all these institutions that make this program possible, and we're going to take a group photo, okay? So let's go ahead and watch the slide presentation. Well, that concludes our exciting graduation of the 10th cohort, our first HireLAX youth cohort. Congratulations, graduates. We will now go ahead and conclude our graduation ceremony so that we can take photos and we can go ahead and enjoy our luncheon celebration. Thank you again, everyone, for all of your hard work.